Good morning and welcome to Weigh In. Listen, I didn't know if I was going to pull it off or not, because y'all know when I did that haul, I was up 2 pounds, and that was, what day was that? It was Tuesday. Lord, there's my husband. Hold, please. Okay, there was no sense to keep talking while he back in, because that truck is loud. He didn't go to his mom's, that's why he's home early. I thought I'd have time to get out here and do this all by myself. Of course, he ain't gonna bother me. He gonna go in there and eat him some food. Anyway, it was sweat bees. That's what we call those little bees that just little bitty bees that fly around you. We call them sweat bees. I ain't even sweating, but you know what? I bet I'm gonna tell you what he's attracted to in just a minute. I'll guarantee you. So I was up 2 pounds Tuesday, and I was like, I don't need to eat between now and weigh-in, but I give in. I did eat. And you know what? I tracked everybody. For 3 days, I have tracked every bite I eat, and I have had points left over every single day. So guess what? I lost 1.1 pounds. Well, I was real happy about that. It'd be nice if it was more, but you know what? I ain't gonna sit here and witch and moan about it, because down is down in a pound. Whew. Yes. Well, I thought maybe we was going to talk about something that come to me yesterday, and I thought, well, when I was doing my weigh-in, it really kind of goes together. So, the first thing, oh, hold on, I got to itchy. The first thing, I had went on the pumpkin spice haul, right? Got down, had him get down my coffee cups. So I got my other one, you know, I got my pumpkin spice inside. Hold on. Oh, but it's smacking good. Well, I went to my food line and they didn't have everything, so I messaged her. I'm like, well, which one did you go to? It was one at her house. So I had to cross over there to her house. They had the other things that mine didn't. Well, anyway, there's this lady who works there. She used to work at a different one forever. She's been at Food Line forever. She's just a sweet country woman. And we were just talking, and because, you know, I'll conversate with anybody. We had our mask on, but we could still, you know, talk, and the plexiglass and everything. But I had picked up a couple chuck roasts that were marked down. That's a butterfly. That was Noel. Anyway, I had picked up a couple chuck roasts that were marked down, and me and her were talking. I'm like, you know, used to be stuff what poor people could eat all the time is suddenly popular. Like all the fatty meats, that's what we ate back when we had no money, and growing up, and in both marriages when there was no money to go around. Well, now chuck roast, you might as well get you a steak practically, but we like a good chuck roast. It's got good flavor. It's got the fat and the marbling in it is good. So we were talking about how things that us poor people used to do are now like cool in the in and the happening thing. You know, you can't afford fatback. Fatback was many times was the meat of our meal. Weenies, just plain old pan-fried weenies, you know, which you can still get cheap ones of those, but we have developed expensive taste now. But anyway, we got to talking about that, and I said, I can't afford the prices on meat like that. I said, but, and I had my pocket, you know, things. I said, but my holdout is these things, my pumpkin spice. I said, I gotta have some enjoyment. And so we got on that topic. And she's overweight too. I'm like, yeah. I said, I know I'm fat because I see myself every day, so I know what I look like. I said, but I've got to have some kind of life. There's a big picture, and then there's a small picture. The big picture is I've got to get healthy, and I've got to lose weight, and I've got to have my back fixed, and I've got to have my knees fixed. no question. But the small picture is the everyday enjoyment in life. We have to balance that. My giving up my coffee creamer that I told you I have never counted, and they say never, but I never will. Me giving that up is not going to push me to lose any faster than I already am, to the point that it is just zooming on by, and it's worth me missing out on an enjoyment in my life. There's not a lot, and I'm not saying this to be old sad sacky. I'm just saying there's not a lot of enjoyment in my life because of my physical limitations. There's a lot of stuff I can't do. The things that I do, I push myself and I make myself do. I go to Wanda's and I make myself walk around. Now I'm gonna tell you what, I walk slow and I drag around and I hold on to that buggy. The same as any other thrift store or the dollar store. I do it on my terms. The coffee, it's an enjoyment. The crafts that I have picked up, whether they be something you would like in your house, or you look at it and you think, well, that is tacky, it brings me joy. So that's what her and I were talking about, that there are still, and doctors will tell you, you got to lose weight and you can't eat that, you got to go out and eat the grass in the yard, and they get kind of carried away. My nephrologist, kitty doctor, he told me one time, if I want to have a treat meal, to go out and get me a nice steak dinner. And I told his wife, who, until she retired, was my primary care physician. So I told her, I said, your husband ain't right. I said, he thinks the idea of a splurge meal for me is an expensive steak. I said, excuse me, y'all are a family of 2 doctors. She told me, she goes, yeah, he doesn't have a clue. What she said. So, I haven't seen him, and we'll talk about that too. I haven't seen him in a while because they were married. Therefore, they could discuss my blood work with her. He could keep up with it through her. And, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I got to get on one subject and stay on it. Ha. So me and her were talking about that. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And we were talking about our size. She's like, yeah, she goes, people need to look at your heart. That's who they see. She said, as long as you got people that love you. I said, absolutely. I got a husband and children and mom and brother and grandchild who love me, who just look past this shell that I'm inside. Like, I'm down in here. Listen, what's down in here is, ooh, she is sexy. This is just my walking around suit. Anyway, so that goes good. I get in the car, and I had to go to Holly's because Kyle had some craft supplies of the things he does that I needed for mine and Jones mini collab, which now that I have my final supply, maybe we can get on and get it done. But anyway, so she just lives, just right up from the food line, and on the way there, there's a big, because she lives right behind a big shopping area, Target, Marshall, big, all kind of stuff. She's in a very good location. So there's a double turn, it's a 4-lane too, that's turning to go up into the, area. And as I pull up, this little red convertible comes past me on this side. I'm going to insert a picture. And I see this little wrinkled up little arm hanging out the passenger window. I look and I see gray, white, silver hair, peppered in and out, curly little perm, sunglasses. I see the back of the man's head, a little bit of a bald spot in the middle, all gray, right? And I'm thinking, you know what? That is serious relationship goals and life goals. So that's what made me think we needed to discuss this aging process. Hold on. It ain't for wimps. You that haven't got there yet, and some of you are younger than me, and some of you are older than me. I'm 58. Well, if you've not got, there's that sweat bee. If you've not got to 58 yet, you'll get there. 60, 70, 80, you'll get there. And guess what? We don't stop living just because we have a number on a calendar. Because the calendar says, hey, you've been around for 58 years. You know we get looked at. When I saw that little man and woman doing their thing in that bright red little convertible, and they had to be in their 70s. They had to be. When I saw them, I'm like, that is how all of us should be living our life. Do you know how many younger people, and I'm not putting it off on I'm not putting a blanket on any age group. There is just a mentality of some younger people, so I'll say it like that. There are some younger people of all kind of ages younger than 70s that probably looked at them thinking, what you bothering for? You half dead anyway. Who you think you are? Oh, people don't belong in fancy cars like that. Who says when we get to a certain age we're supposed to stop living our life? Who says we're supposed to not enjoy every minute despite what anybody thinks? I have told y'all this. Let me drink while he's driving by. I have told y'all this many times. These tattoos, they garner me lots of stares. These tattoos on a big woman. Listen, I got tattoos on my arms. I got big arms, so, you know, I don't hide them. You see the clothes up there. I don't shrink down. They garner me some stares. But guess what? That's on them. That ain't on us, y'all. That ain't on us. So then I got to thinking even further. You know what? They're out. They're in their little vehicle. They're getting their sunshine. She had like a bracelet on, you know, on her little arm, and her sunglasses, and she, I'm sure, had some lipstick on, because, you know, like my mama, if she didn't have some eyebrows and lips on, she wasn't leaving the house. Bless her heart. When she passed, and she didn't have a viewing for anybody but the family, and they let us go in, we saw her, and I kept looking at her. This is my mama's mama. She had white hair, white as snow, so she had no eyebrows. I kept looking at her, and George, we know the people that run it, the funeral home. I looked at him, I said, something ain't right. And he said, well, you tell me what it is. And I look, I'm like, she ain't got no eyebrows on. And he looked, I said, she will haunt me for sure if I let her go on without her eyebrows. So he said, okay, give me time. So we went out, he did his thing, and when we come back, she looked like herself. So, yes, she did not leave the house without her eyebrows and her lipstick and her fingernails. She had the most, she must have been a collagen making machine, because she had the most hardest, almost like talon. They didn't look like talons, but I'm saying they were hard Ooh, she could do some back scratching like nobody's business. She'd let you sit on the floor, and she had endurance. She would scratch and scratch. She'd scratch your arms. She'd scratch your legs. She'd scratch whatever you want to scratch. Anyway, where were we? That little man and woman was out living their life. It was, to them, probably not even a special occasion. So, hold on, what is that? Oh, is that daggum? He couldn't see me because he got tinted windows. It's a Charger, and he lives right down there, and it's black and black windows. I don't know who drives it, but he flies them down through, and he's loud. And I am sounding crotchety, but you know what? It's aggravating when I'm out here trying to do my thing. So I'm thinking, they out there doing their thing, and I'm thinking that was not doing nothing special. They didn't say, I feel like, they didn't say, oh, well, let's do something special today. Let's take the top down and go. No, I feel like that was their regular. That was their usual. That was their, okay, where are we going today? Hop in, sun shining, pop the top down and hit the road. When we gonna start popping our top down? When we gonna let the sunshine come in on us? That's why I'm sitting here. I was talking about that bee. You know what he's probably around me for? Because I got on perfume. I used to love perfume. I would not leave the house, whether I left the house or I didn't leave the house. I did not get up a single morning of my life that I did not put perfume on. I loved perfume. I remember back whenever me and David, we met at a trucking company because we were both working there. And there was this black guy, Charles. I ain't gonna tell you his last name. Ain't my place. He was a good friend of ours. Oh, he's the one that taught me how to put boiled eggs in my chicken pot pie. The man could cook. Anyway, he was such a good friend to us. I used to wear exclamation. Do y'all remember that? The white bottle with the black lid that looks like an exclamation mark. I loved that. I don't even think I have any now, if they even still make it. Maybe they make it at Christmas time. That's where I get my other one. I'm going to tell you what I got on. That's what I used to wear back then, and that was in the early 90s. He would come, I worked in the billing office. He went between the dock and the billing office, so that's why he was in there. He saw us all the time. He would walk behind me. He would get right up on my neck. He'd go, "You're the best smelling white girl I ever been around." Not hardly a night would go by that he would come up behind me and go, "Best smelling white girl I ever smelled." He used to tickle the snot out of me. So I would never, ever go without my perfume. I loved perfume. Well, you know what? I have some in there now. And you know where it's at? It's in a drawer. I have one of those plastic 4-drawer thing. It's kind of makes it look like wicker on the front. You get them at Big Lots. But that's where I got all my personal things, my makeup, all my makeup. I have so much makeup and potions and things. It's not funny. I told you me and Holly in the Ulta retail therapy. So I got all that. And then, I got my hairsprays and brushes and combs and all the things that a woman uses. That's what's right there. Well, I have one side, a little basket in there. It's all my perfumes and my scented lotions. Because I like to layer. Oh, there was one perfume. Hold on. There was one perfume my stepmama used to get me. Because, see, I can't buy perfume from the Belks or nothing. She used to get it from Belks. My stuff comes from the Kmarts and stuff. Well, there wasn't no Walmarts up in here till I don't know when, because even when there was, we still shopped at Kmarts. When the Walmarts come around, we're like, no, we're not going to no Walmarts. We are Kmart people. Boy, didn't that change. Our Kmarts is gone. It's Poem. POEM, but it's got one of those little thingies over the. Oh my gosh! You know what it smells like? It almost smells to me like Caress. You remember when Caress used to have the bar soap? I don't even know if they make that anymore. It's all just the and I have some obviously, but I used to. Cause she would get me the perfume for like a birthday present or Christmas, and I would get the Caress soap and layer it that way because to me it smelled similar. It was, oh my gosh, I would love to have some of that. Just if I could find just like that much. Anyway, I used to be bad about not using my good perfume because I'm like, once it's gone, then I won't get any more. But then, what if I'm gone? Then I didn't get it. I used to be that way with Ralph Lauren in the red bottle. Y'all remember in the 70s? I know some of y'all remember that. Oh my gosh, just not Ralph Lauren, it was just called Lauren in the red square bottle. Loved it. I would save that stuff too. So, anyway, this ain't no perfume exhibit dissertation. So I was in there this morning and I got that thinking on my mind about, listen, the leaves are falling off my trees already, and I thought that was a bee. Why do I not do something special that's really not even special? Now, I don't wear makeup because it makes me hot, so I don't wear like face makeup. But, well, let me go to the perfume. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put me some perfume on. And then that's when it... Did that little thing come up in the view of the camera? He's after my perfume. Let me tell you what it is. It's like one of my most favorites that always has been is Jovan Musk with the red orange lid. About the only time I can afford it, because it's gone up. It didn't used to be expensive. It's the same way with the meat. Everything that used to be what we could afford is now, you know, très chic. But if you wait around Christmas, they get them little gift sets. And so if you're lucky, you can get one at a good price when it goes on sale. But if there's one left after Christmas, you can get a half price, then you do real good. So I'm bowed out. I'm going to have to look this Christmas. I'm going to look for some more exclamation too. Yes, I am. But I'm going to walk around and wash myself. So I thought, I'm going to wear me some perfume, doggone it. That little wooden tray, it came to me when I was sitting there putting that perfume on. That little wood tray that I just hauled from Wanda's, I'm going to decorate that up. I'm going to set it on top of my little cabinet thing there, and that's where I'm going to put my perfumes. So it's out in front of my face. That is what I did over here on my kitchen counter. I have one of each measuring cups, a measuring spoon is in my face. I have measured my food for 3 days because they're sitting right there in front of me. I don't have to dig through my drawer trying to find the right size. They're just right there. Same with my perfume. I'm going to have it right there. So every day I can just be like, let me enjoy myself. Let me enjoy a part of life that just smells good. So then I'm like, I've got a doctor's appointment today. I'm going to the urogynecologist, and I'll tell you about that later. I want to wait and see what she's got to say before I even talk about the whole reason I'm going and everything. I want to get more information under my belt to kind of give it to you all at one time. But I've been waiting 2 months to see her, and 2 months these symptoms have not gone anywhere. And I'm going to tell you what, I cannot wait to see this woman. So I'm like, if I'm going to wear perfume, maybe I'll wear earrings. Look at my owls. These were my mama's, and these were probably, she probably had these in the 80s. I don't even know if big earrings are in. Y'all know that used to be big earrings. Earbobs, I call them earbobs. Well, my owl earbobs, haven't worn them in definitely sometime last year. Because I always keep the little silver hoops on because I don't have to mess with them. I can take a shower in them because they're sterling silver or stainless steel, and they don't turn green, they don't fall off, I don't lose backs, don't have to change them because I'm lazy. I'm lazy to get up and do something nice for myself. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put on my earrings. Then I'm like, well, if you're going to put on some earrings, why don't you put a little something on your face, okay? Well, I don't put on makeup because makeup makes me sweat. Let me get another drink. We got a nice breeze going. Let me tell y'all, it is beautiful out here today. But what I do is I can at least try to cover up some of the parts because my face is just such a wash. I do have little things that I use, like under my eye, I have a thing that I use on my eyelids to cover up all, if you could see up close, just all the blood vessels, red and blue, all up in my eyes. But I thought, I'll do that. I'll put on a little mascara, okay? Why not? Why don't I take the time to do the little things to just kind of feel good about myself? Here's another thing, and I'm going to show it to you. Y'all know I embarrass myself in front of y'all anyway, but the thing is, some things that I have embarrassed myself over have been... That's B Junior. He got to go. Some of the things I have embarrassed myself over, y'all have let me know you were dealing with the same thing, and you maybe didn't know something that I knew, or maybe you didn't know you could do this, or etc., etc. So if it takes me maybe being uncomfortable, if somebody else is going through it, then hey, no problemo. So if you can tell, I don't know, well, I didn't get right there. That's actually white hair right there, because it's time to color it. See, that's the thing, when I go sideways, y'all can't tell, since my hair is so thin, you can't tell what is bald scalp and what is scalp. What's a bald scalp and what's white hair, because it's time to color again. But there is this product that a hairdresser many years ago, because it's been out a lot of years, told me about. And I had way more hair back then than I got now. I was looking at a video, I was looking at a recipe, and the video of myself come on, and this was last December, because the intro, I knew it was December. I was filming in the car. I had so much more hair. I have, in a year, almost a year's time, I have aged so much right in front of y'all. And the reason it's noticeable is if I go back and look, and I look now. When you just look on yourself every day, you think, oh, I still look like when I was 16, when you know you don't. But yeah, so I had a way lot more hair back then. It was just thin, and now it's like really going bald. So when y'all see me one day, and it's like really thin, and you can really see that scalp, and then there's a day like today, you might be thinking, something different. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's this stuff right here. Topic. I do not know if Amazon sells this, but I will search it out, and I will link it below in case they do, so you can go and read all about this stuff. Buy it wherever you want to buy it. I get mine from Sally Beauty Supply. I think the first time I ordered it might have been from TV, because I think that's the only place they sold it. It is hair building fibers. Okay, this little, it just shakes on. That's how I always did. I used to shake it. This is a little, I'm clogging my ears up so I can't hear. This is a little, and it just puffs the fibers out, and you just hit it, and it clings. It is fibers that cling to your hair and gives the illusion that you have more hair than you have. That's why if you see where it looks a little bit more, even though it's white, if it looks a little bit more full, I did this because I'm not, there ain't no sense to sit here and try to act like it's all me, because you're not stupid. You're not stupid enough to see a bald woman one day with hair the next and not think something happened, and it was not the magic hair fairy to give her plugs overnight. So, Lord, my mailman is early today. What time in the world is it? I ain't never seen him come this early. I don't know. Oh, it's that one that I told you that happened the last time. I thought he was coming early, and he goes to the mailbox for this house over here. The house beside me, they can't have a mailbox in front of their house, so they have it over here in front of ours. It's very strange. So, all that to be said is to say, so what if we're fat? We still have a life to live in the meantime. Like, what does makeup and earrings and perfume got to do with being fat? Because I'm gonna tell you, back many years ago, I was reading an article in the newspaper. Back when we had newspapers, and it was about some drag queens, and they were talking about being big girls, you know, and the guy's quote was, his philosophy in life was, if you can't hide it, decorate it. I have, to this day, never forgotten that. So when you see, like, people all made up and big girls and everything, let them decorate. I happen to decorate with tattoo. And my bra is... Listen. Anyway, I happen to decorate with tattoos, not with, like, full face makeup. I used to do real pretty makeup. I used to have lips. I could wear lipstick. I had what I called good lipstick lips. That was another thing I was going to mention. That I know we're running really long, but y'all are used to it by now. These kids that were probably, or younger people that were probably maybe perhaps looked at those two older people in that convertible, they don't realize we were them. We didn't come out of our mama's womb an old person. We weren't born 58 years old. We weren't born 68 years old. We come up and we had a life just like they got right now. It's just we've passed that season. We're in a different season. They're still where they're at, but they don't realize we used to be them. We had experiences. Listen, let me tell you. There are plenty of things that you will never know about me. When I tell you, my life has been hard. I won't lie, my life was hard from the moment I was born. My life was hard, and life has thrown some curveballs at me that it should not throw at anybody. But I have also lived a full life in that when I was younger, until even when my health went down, but especially when I was younger, I have experienced more things in my life that a lot of these younger people will never experience. Nope, you won't know about them. Nobody will know about them unless there was somebody else involved. So when these young people look at us, they need to realize we had lives too. We experienced things. We did things we shouldn't do. Listen, I say I would go back to the 70s like that. Snap your fingers and put me back to the 70s, because this is what I say. Some things I wouldn't do again because I know now. And then some things, yes, I would. So we just got to keep that young self in here. Even if our bodies ain't cooperating, let them cooperate as much as they can. If you got a convertible and you afraid somebody gonna look at you funny like you don't belong in that, you better pop that top down and you better hit that road. Listen, if you want to wear, I don't remember who you were, bless your heart, you know who you were, talking about growing up, you know how chubby kids, you're not supposed to wear stripes or whatever like that. Who said that? You better put a polka dot or a stripe or a plaid or a big floral Hawaiian shirt, whatever you want to wear, put it on and walk down the street if that's where you have to go. Do your little pageant wave, make sure everybody sees you coming. We got to live our life, y'all. I told you at the beginning of this, aging is not for the wimps, and we cannot cower in the corner. I've got to try to start making an effort. Put my perfume on because I like to put my perfume. I can't be saying, oh, well, you're old. What does it matter? Who's going to smell you? Just you. David don't care. He don't care about the perfume. he got a good nose anyway. He probably can smell it to begin with. So why would I say, oh, okay, I'm not sure if anything got cut off or not because I reached the maximum. That's probably a sign to just shut my daggum mouth. But I just feel just so strong that somebody needs to know they need to live their life, whether they fat or not. Fat people deserve to live? Come on. You know, some people, they have that mentality. Fat people don't deserve to walk the earth. There are actually people out there like that. People actually hate us because we're fat. They don't know us. They don't know our name. They don't know our history. They don't know why we're fat. They don't care why we're fat. Which I don't care if they know why I'm fat or not. Ain't none of their damn business. But they hate us just because. They look at us in disgust. Well, that's on them. If they don't like it, hit the road, Jack. I don't care about you. What you think of me, RuPaul, I'm going to try to leave it at this. I'm going to try. RuPaul, and I'll probably get it wrong. But the gist is, RuPaul says, because you know he's been through some terrible, been hated on. You know that man's been hated on. He says, what you think of me is none of my business. Don't you love that? What? You over there think about me and how I look and what kind of earrings I wear and if my hair is bald and if my body is fat and whatever color shirt I wear and if I got tattoos, if my hair is gray and I still want to ride in a sports car, that ain't none of my business. Because I'm over here doing me. You got to do you, alright? That is all we're talking about for now. I'll probably have a couple more videos. I don't know if I didn't look up there to see how long this was. I might put a disclaimer at the beginning. Go get you a cup of coffee. It's going to be a while. So I will try to pop in and tell you about the doctor visit today. So that's all I'm going to say right now. Okay.